about. And you see what it did to him?
Maybe spending
I
my
was
first
doing
year of life.
research. No, an idiot.
No, wait. Like,
Maybe spending the
there we
first year
go.
of my life going
Don't
from
talk
hospital to
about it
hospital is a
anymore.
good
You're
thing.
just gonna make us stupider.
Oh, no, you started.
Again, is that even a word?
Alright, those of you who wanted to play
That was
Monster
so lame. That was so lame right there. Next story.
Alright, those of you who are really pissed off at the fact that there aren't any demos for the Nintendo Wii can kind of rejoice because you can go to your local GameStop and pick up a demo of Monster Hunter 3
On disc?
on disc.
For free?
That's actually a trade-off right there. It's not as convenient.
Robo, for free?
Well, it's free! How many can I get? And then I'll sell them on eBay.
Look, my disc track's still broken.
I will sell them on eBay because Nintendo is trying something new, and then they're going to be like what they do with their peripherals.
No, actually,
they're going to
it's
say, fuck
Capcom.
this shit, and then
It's
people are going to sell them
Capcom.
on eBay. Woo!
It is Capcom who releases Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I know, I have
It's
the
partnership
PS2
with
version.
Nintendo!
Monster Hunter is awesome.
I haven't played Monster Hunter since that GBA ROM I played. And it was so funny because it was like Pokemon battles, but they're monsters.
Dude, I have Monster Hunter Freedom Unite for PSP, and it is amazing.
Oh my god, Pocket Monsters! I just thought of that.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Pocket Monsters!
I'm playing-
They're all damn monsters! And this is cool because it's free!
I'm playing Pokemon right now, actually.
It's not really that cool though. It's really not that cool.
Okay, on another
But it's
GameStop
free, it's free.
note- on another GameStop related note, a new page went up on their website, which is a listing.
Besides the
for-
Portal 2 thing?
No.
Besides their
It is
Portal
a
2
listing
coverage?
for a 250 gigabyte Xbox 360 hard drive priced at $130 and scheduled to release on March 23rd.
250?
The 250 gig hard drive.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that for a while, actually. But yeah.
Priced at $130 and scheduled to release on March 23rd. When reached for comment, Microsoft declined to make a statement by the time of the posting that the news story was from. Checking with GameStop, the retailer wouldn't confirm the product either, but did tell us that the page featuring the 250 gig hard drive is not an error. So, I may be picking up a 250 gig hard drive for my...
Don't do it because I need to check something. Jaded, I've noticed a problem with my hard drive lately, although it didn't just do it now because I wasn't paying attention. Like, Jaded, wait, you have a 20 gigabyte. But have you ever been over a friend's house that has a bigger hard drive?
Yes.
Did you happen to notice the load time for quick launch? Like today, it's making a liar out of me, and it's okay. But I don't think I'm pretty sure the quick launch in Xbox 360 dashboard is not related to Xbox Live service, is it?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, because I'm signed out of Xbox Live now, and it's making a liar out of me. But whenever I normally load downloads off quick launch, it usually takes a while to load all my stuff on quick.
It has to download the cover art.
It's because I have a bigger hard drive.
It has to download the cover art for each game that you've played.
I'm in the quick launch blade menu, the old-fashioned, the thing that you use the guide menu for. Are we talking about the same thing? Like, I don't remember any cover art, unless you mean the little thumbnail images.
We might have to load the thumbnail images.
The thumbnail, the thumbnail things.
Yeah, it's loading either those.
So in theory, it takes longer to download, especially if you're on limited bandwidth. But like, if it takes longer to download, or it'll show up all your quick launch things if you have a bigger hard drive, right? Because it would take longer to load all the thumbnails for the games that you most likely have.
Right.
I just noticed that. So in theory, your load time would go up a little bit. I've been thinking on this. Not your load time, but the display time, which turns quick launch into not as quick launch. I was worried that my fucking 120 gigabyte hard drive was broken.
No.
Or it was being defective. Okay, so let's see. The load time for me to do this right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was 5 seconds, so that's not too bad. But there's been times when I was connected to Xbox Live that it took like 10 seconds. 10 or 11 seconds sometimes. So, I don't know. How can it download if you're off Xbox Live?
It can't. That's why
I do think this has something to do with Xbox Live.
it
Just
can't.
loading on my Xbox 360 hard drive.
But it can't. That's the thing, and that's why it takes longer when you're connected to live.
And because I'm on Comcast and a limited thing, so because it can't, it loads it right off the hard drive of what you already have.
Right.
But then that brings me up the problem, the one thing I don't get, and that's if the stuff is on the hard drive to begin with, then why doesn't the stuff you've already downloaded to your hard drive already have those thumbnails available? Why does it take longer on live if they're getting them? Why are they getting them from live if I'm able to perfectly fine load them as is when I'm not connected to Xbox Live right now?
Because it's stupid.
And that would in theory make it take longer. So that doesn't seem very efficient.
It's stupid.
But like, why would they load it off of live? This is like that Halo 3 thing, Jaded. You heard about the Halo 3 thing back in the day, right?
Actually, no, I haven't.
It was the thing where if you loaded Halo 3 to the hard drive, instead of making it more efficient, you would actually have it take longer, so there was like a warning in the beginning of the opening at one time. And so if you'd load Halo 3 to the hard drive, it would take twice as long because it would try to both efficiently load it off the hard drive, but then still load it through the disk. Therefore, it would take longer than loading it from the disk. So they would warn you not to do that. That's exactly what this reminds me of. And eventually, I guess it got patched, and now Halo 3 is fine because I loaded it to my hard drive and it was all set, and there was no warnings. So I assume everything's okay now. But like, I don't know. It's just what it reminds me of. I guess Microsoft is very, very stupid. I don't think you would want to buy a bigger hard drive without knowing the fact that if you're not running a fast connection, it could actually take, in theory, longer to load off a 250 hard drive than a 20 gigabyte. You might not notice the difference. Like, I noticed the difference if you have a slightly slower or throttled internet connection, you might want to think about this before getting the 250 hard drive or anything bigger that Microsoft comes up with, because until they fix this inefficiency, this is all a theory from me, of course. Until they fix this, it doesn't seem like something that I'd want to do. I don't think I'd want to get a 250 hard drive if my theory is correct and it takes longer to load the thumbnails for what's supposed to be called, quote-unquote, quick launch. I'm not being picky. I have a thing live in chat. I was about to end what I was going to say. I'm not being picky. I think that people are just spoiled by thinking that their internet connection is going to run and stuff. Like, my internet not everybody's internet connection is fast. And if I don't want to wait 10, 11 seconds, Tools ZZZ360 says that's a picky issue, but I think that that's a legitimate concern for people that, that might share an internet connection with multiple people. Maybe it's not going to be a problem for the average 360 person, but if you're a Justin TV caster, it might make a difference. If you're casting and using multiple bandwidth, or you're running a radio station like somebody here is.
How about when you're doing
like
both?
What?
How about when you're doing both?
Yeah, or when you're doing a combination. I'm just bringing up a little thing that I noticed. I'm not trying to be picky, but I'm just saying think about that before you upgrade your Xbox 360 hard drive. If you think you have a limited bandwidth connection. I didn't mean to derail anything, but that's something I noticed. So individual results may vary. This is only a theory by me. Sorry for being picky. But not really. Rogan, you go ahead.
All right, I actually have another.
Steam input. You can go ahead.
I actually have another.
I apologize.
Yeah, I actually have another Steam news story. There's also rumors that Steam may be coming to Mac OS, which means you'll finally be able to play some good games on a Mac.
Hooray.
Well, that's good. I thought there was some good games out there, but
Marathon.
I'll give it.
Marathon.
All right.
Marathon, which technically launched the Halo series. So you can thank all you Halo fanboys. You can go and thank Mac OS for launching the Halo series.